What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing the tier list for centers. Sorry if this is my only video today and I only got 2 out yesterday. 2K has not put out any content in a while, and I'm not even sure they're going to put out content tomorrow. So we could go 4 days pretty much without content, which is a little bit annoying if you're trying to make videos on my team, because it's not like Park. It's not like you can basically do anything. Anything without content is not going to really get views. So yeah, there'll be something out tomorrow anyway. Also, you can probably hear from my voice, I am dying sick right now, which is another reason why I'm only uploading one video today, and it's only it's coming out so late. So I've been in bed most of the day, played a basketball match, came home, and I'm just completely dead right now. So this is all I really had the strength to do. So sorry about that. But still, even not having the most energy, I can still go and make a tier list. And the center position is a much better position than the power forwards. Power forwards yesterday was terrible. There's a lot of good centers you can use a power forward as well, and there's also a lot of good small forwards to use a power forward. You should almost never use a power forward in your squad, unless it's a budget squad and that power forward is Kristaps. So Tim Duncan, he is the best center you can buy in this game. Tim Duncan is an acceptable shooter. He's not a great shooter, but you can't leave him wide open. He's perfectly fine to use a shooter, but he's got Hall of Fame back down punisher, a really good hook, a good fadeaway. He can just dominate in the post. He's also got good speed, a really good defensive player. He's got a good block, and he's a Hall of Fame intimidator as well, which is huge. Tim Duncan is like a mixture between Shaq and Ben Wallace. Obviously, he doesn't have Shaq's full size, but he's got similar strength and similar badges to what you'd expect from Shaq, and he's got the defense of Ben Wallace. Like, Tim Duncan is, without question, the best center you can buy in the game. He's got everything. Whether you're a 5-out spread pace and space player, whether you like to run pick and rolls, whether you like to run with 2 post players, I don't know why anyone would do that. No matter what you do, Tim Duncan, and whether he's power forward or center, fits into every single team in this game. So Bill Walton, I'm going to put in B tier, because he's a little bit undersized for a center. He's not particularly tall. I think he's either 6'10 or 6'11, so he's around the same size as Duncan, except Bill Walton can't shoot. And as much as people are saying, oh, you don't need your centers to shoot, it definitely helps, especially if they're under 7 foot tall. There is no great centers under 7 foot tall that can't shoot, and like, you need somewhat ability to stretch the floor, because even though Walton can shoot the mid range a little bit, if you have Walton on the floor, it allows the other team to put on a Mirasan and just off ball. The only way you can counter a Mirasan or a Sean Bradley is by pulling them out of the floor, using a stretch 5, running pick and pops. And guys like Bill Walton can't do that. Because he can be a liability depending on who you're playing, he's going into B tier. Will Chamberlain, freak athlete, like super fast, really good going to the basket. He's going A tier because he's 2 inches bigger than Walton. He's also super fast. He actually, even with the ball, he's got low speed ball rating. He pushes the floor well. Post game is elite. And while he can't shoot, he does everything else so well that I've got to put him in A tier. Then we have got David Robinson in S tier without question. Imagine a 7'1" Tim Duncan with better lateral quickness and also a nicer jump shot, and that's David Robinson. So David Robinson is, again, 7'1", elite on defense. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness, better lateral quickness than Penny Hardaway Opal, which is crazy. He also can shoot the 3 ball quite well. He can be used in every single way, and I do not think we will get a better center than David Robinson until we see Kareem's Opal. I'm telling you, we will not get a better center. Unless, of course, we see an Opal Mirasan, which will happen. I'm pretty sure will happen, but that'll be at the very end of the year when they release fan favorite type packs. Then we got Dikembe Mutombo. Similar reason to Wilt, except he's just really defense. He is arguably the best defensive center in the game. He's fast, he blocks shots really well, he rebounds really well, he's got a good hook, and yeah, is just a really good center. Again, offensively, he doesn't bring too much, but he is 7'2", so he's got a good few inches height advantage over someone like Bill Walton. Shoot the mid-range and free throws okay, but yeah, definitely deserves to be an A tier. Next, we have got George Mikan. So George Mikan, I am going to put him, this is a really tough one. I'm going to put George Mikan in S tier because I like his release so much. One of the best shooting big men in the game, and also can play inside. Defensively, leaves a little bit to be desired because he's only 6'10", but that is his only downside. If he was 2 inches taller, he'd be without question an A tier or an S tier, and he'd be kind of somewhere between A and S tier, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and put him in S. Dave Cowens, terrible, 6'9", can't really shoot the ball too well. Such a pity. One of the 2K19 gods has just completely just died, and it is Dave Counts. Just like Ugliata, Dave Counts is gone out of the relevance of my team. Patrick Ewing is going into A tier. He's got good height. He's 7 foot tall. Good on offense. Can shoot the 3-ball moderately well. He's also fast, good on defense, and rebounds well. Then we've got Alonzo Mourning, C tier. Mourning is only 6'10", so he is that little bit undersized. Can't really shoot the ball. Post game, everything he does is slow and can't really play defense. Anthony Davis, meh. He's not as good as these guys. Again, 6'10", realistically is a power forward. The fact he can play power forward kind of helps. A little bit versatile, not the best shooter, but again, I think this is just like first moments Anthony Davis. I think eventually we'll get a 95 diamond. That'll be much better. And then obviously we're going to end up getting a 96 pink diamond Anthony Davis, a 97 pink diamond Anthony Davis, a 98 pink diamond Anthony Davis, and eventually an opal Anthony Davis. That's going to happen. He's one of those players. And this first moments card is just really average. He will get a better card, but this one right here is not great. Now we've got Bob McAdoo. So Bob McAdoo, really undersized for center. Can't shoot the ball. Even though he is really good on defense. He is fast. But I can't justify putting him any higher in B tier. We are really taking our time right here. So Artis Gilmore, 7'2", really, really good. Attacks or good enough going to the basket. He's a giant, really good on defense. He's really strong. And even though I've never used him personally myself, he has killed me so many times coming up against him that I have to put him in A tier. He is as good as any of these. And being 7'2" definitely helps. Willis Reed, C tier. Can't really shoot it in 6'9", and is also not quite as good as Bob McAdoo, especially when Bob McAdoo goes up to a pink diamond. We have got Ben Wallace, slightly above D tier because he's not absolutely terrible. Hall of Fame Intimidator, great on defense, brings nothing in offense. Bob Lanier brings nothing in general, so D tier. So then we have got Pau Gasol, and this is a really weird one because he can shoot the ball, he can play a little bit inside. I don't really like the card, but you cannot argue that he is any lower than B tier. Because again, he is really versatile, he does everything well, and I don't know why, I just don't really like Pau Gasol's animations, but yeah, he definitely is B tier. Mirasan, no question, is S tier. Mirasan's glitch. If you want to score with Mirasan, if they've got a weak center lower than 90 strength, you just back them down. And if it's a center with higher than 90 strength, but they're a lot smaller than Mirasan, you literally hold L2, let go of L2, hold L2, let go of L2, and eventually some animation will trigger and get Mirasan right to the basket and get him an easy hook shot. Hook shot's really good. Fantastic card. DeAndre Jordan, actually, I'm putting him in B tier. He shouldn't be, but he rebounds and just catches lobs, dunks the ball really well. And he's one of those players that he shouldn't really be great because he isn't the tallest. He can't shoot the ball at all, but for some reason he plays really well. Bill Russell is just a worse version of DeAndre Jordan in my opinion. I've used both of them and DeAndre just plays better even though their stats are very, very similar and they both play similar style. Even though Bill Russell, I'm pretty sure has better stats, but DeAndre Jordan just plays better. Sean Bradley is a slightly downgraded version of Mirasan, so I'm going to put him into A tier. But again, you cannot argue 7'7", 7'6" giants. You can't argue them any lower than A or S tier. Even just throw them at the end of your bench. One of those two belongs on every single team. And we've got Al Horford, 6'10". I'm going to put him in C tier. No, I'm going to put him in B tier. He's 6'10". He can shoot the ball. His release is actually really good, but it's really long. I was so hoping that he had quick draw, because if you give Al Horford quick draw, that actually could be a really good card. Because he can play in the post, he can play defense, he can shoot the ball relatively well. The problem is release is a little bit slow. But again, that can be fixed with quick draw. However, it is an easy enough release to green. So just for the fact that he can be used as a good stretch 5, I'm going to put him in B tier. Karl Anthony Towns is a player I'm pretty sure I forgot to put on this list. I'll wait till the end, but I'll talk about him after that. Alvin Adams is not bad. He's a little bit lower here. I'm going to put him in C tier. He's that little bit lower, but he can shoot the ball relatively well. He's versatile. He's fairly fast for a big man. And he's more of a power forward in the center. But no, I actually do like this card. I've used him a few times. I'm surprised I like it, but I think it's a good card. Rick Smits is S tier. He is a slightly smaller Mirasan with a jump shot. 97 shot, 7'4", 97 shot mid. Really big player model in game. He's glitchy like Mirasan. He feels stronger than Mirasan, so go back to the puncher, especially when you get him with the Amethyst, which is really easy to do. So he deserves to be there. Sven Nader, Hall of Fame rebound chaser. That is literally all he can do. D tier. I can't argue anything else other than that. Aaron Baines, he's actually a really weird. He's got Intimidator, can't really block shots, can hit jump shots, but that's really all he can do. Is so bad. Like, normally I put a player like that because he does fit my playstyle in B tier, but he is so bad in the post. He may be the worst post-up center in the game. He's got like a 60 hook and like a 60 fadeaway. I cannot put him any higher in C tier. He's actually usable. He's useful if you run a pick and pop playstyle like I do. So I'm gonna put him in C tier. But I cannot justify putting him any higher because he's so bad in the post. Rifle Friends, when he gets up to an Amethyst, is A tier. So, the friends, I'm actually gonna change up one of my players wherever Wilt Chamberlain is. Did I put Wilt here? Wilt Chamberlain is going up into S tier. Yeah, I think I'm confident with that one there. And Rifle Friends is going in as probably the best center in A tier. Really good pick and pop center, can play in the post really well, can actually defend quite well, and just shoots the ball super, super well. So he deserves a spot in A tier. He would be kind of like a higher tier of A tier, but I think he's slightly worse than George Mikan, and they play a very similar play style. So I'm going to have to give the nod to Mikan over LaFrance, but LaFrance will be the top of all the A tier. And speaking of A tier players, I'm putting Karl Anthony Towns in there. A really good release. I can't wait for a version of him with quick draw. Can shoot the 3-ball really well, can block shots well. He's got good height, can play defense, he can run a little bit. He also has decent speed with ball. We are at some stage, judging by Cat's base card, we are at some stage going to get a Karl Anthony Towns card that is going to be a god in this game. Trust me, with the way his release is, with the way quick draw exists as a badge, with the way how his stats are distributed now, the fact he's got high speed with ball anyway, and you're going to see basically a point center Karl Anthony Towns that can handle it, can shoot off the dribble. Like, you are going to see a demigod Karl Anthony Towns sometime this year. But this Karl Anthony Towns is great. For budget squads, him, LaFrance, Mira, so many great budget centers. But Karl Anthony Towns, unbelievable. I'm going to put him in A tier. We've probably been over 12 minutes, so I'm going to breeze through these last ones. Big Country, once he gets to a diamond, is A tier. He's a bully inside and can also shoot the 3-ball well, even though it's 55 rating because his release is so good, especially from the corners. Antonio Davis, even when he goes to diamond, is bad. He is going into D tier. Does nothing. He's undersized, can't really play inside, can't really rebound that well, can't really play defense. He is going into D tier. These guys in D tier just can't really do anything. C tier are like one-dimensional players. Some of them might be kind of athletic. It might be a little bit harsh putting Lanier and Cowens down there when you've got Aaron Baines there, but these guys at least do one thing well, I guess. These guys here are all kind of solid, but are missing one thing for me good. These and top two are obviously good. Then we've got Hakeem Olajuwon, who I am putting into A tier. Really good in the post, can shoot the mid, and isn't actually that much better than Ruby, but is still good. Magic Johnson, he's not really a center, is he? He's a point guard playing center. I cannot justify putting him. I can't justify putting him anywhere on this list. Like, I have to put him on the list because people are going to say I'm crazy for not putting him on the list, but Magic Johnson is going bang smack in the middle because I don't know where to rate him. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.